r/AskReddit, what's the worst thing to do on a first date? Tell her to eat up, you're running late for another date. I did this but it was a joke. Said I couldn't grab dinner with her because I would be late for my next date. It ended up working out well. We grabbed dinner and are going on a third date today lol. Forgot her name. Mulva. Oh. Dolores. I forgot his name. When he was talking to me, I was figuring out what his name is. I was lucky, I didn't get a chance to call out his name. Get drunk and start acting stupid. I don't need to get drunk for that. Unless you both get drunk. Take a seat at the table and go ahead to order some food without first checking if your date is waiting outside for you. Or be like that one guy that shows up to the date early and intentionally orders and eats before the date gets there so he can spend the time getting to know her while she awkwardly eats by herself. Propose. This feels too specific. Did you have this happen? Maybe you have a story to tell? Friend told me a story of how some guy reached over the table to hold her stomach and just whispered whilst giving eye contact. My child will grow here. Check please. I hope she immediately ran far away. That's some gut nonsense. I woulda responded I don't think that's likely, buddy, and left. And then I will harvest you. Second date material. Going for a movie on a first date is a surprisingly bad idea. It sounds like a safe option, but you end up sitting in silence for 2 hours, not getting to know each other. My worst first date was when we watched a movie and had zero conversation before or after. We left knowing as much about each other as we did when we first met. Lick the menu. The snozberries taste like snozberries. Definitely. That's second date territory. Someone do this. Fart in your hand and smell it. I was gonna say a cup, then put the cup up to your chin, then pronounce the letter E over and over at varying pitches whilst not blinking for as long as possible. But you kinda simplified it for me. Fart in their hand and smell it. Bring your highly religious wife. What about highly religious mother? Fart, but refuse to acknowledge the fart and definitely don't accept responsibility for it. Keep doing that. That was you. Pronounce Thai food as Thai food. 1. I feel attacked. Talking about your ex like they're a guest star on this date. 2. Maybe I'm just saying what I'd like for dessert. I can't believe that Ron did that. What a complete turd. TBF there is AH. DeSantis. How th do I say it ran? Turning the date into an interrogation session. It's supposed to be a conversation, not a cross-examination. Bombarding someone with questions without sharing about yourself or allowing the conversation to flow naturally is a quick way to make the other person feel uncomfortable. I felt like I was applying for a job rather than on a date. Ordering for the other person without asking what they like is presumptuous and off-putting. It's important to respect your date's preferences and choices. I was shocked when a date ordered for me without asking, assuming he knew what I'd like. It made me feel like my opinions weren't valued right from the start. Dying is better than self-suicide with explosion. Order sometime very expensive then say you are going to restroom but leave instead. It's amazing how many people do this. Take her to a casino as it would be both your first times, but when you both get to the casino everyone there knows you on a first name basis. Then gamble your whole month's pay. Then beg her to do the same. And when she tries to leave the casino, sit on the floor sobbing like a toddler. Don't do that. One of the worst things. Showing up late without communicating. It's disrespectful of the other person's time and starts the date off on the wrong foot. I once waited 45 minutes for a date to show up, and by the time they did, I was over it. Time is valuable, and making someone wait like that is a big red flag. The absolute worst thing you can do is spend the entire date glued to your phone. It's not only rude, but it also sends a clear message that you're not interested in the person sitting across from you. I once had a date where the guy checked his phone so often, I wondered if he was live tweeting our date. Needless to say, there wasn't a second date. I told a guy I hate seafood. So he took me to a seafood restaurant. SMH. I went on a first date with a lady who packed an overnight bag for staying at my place. Super weird. Anyways, we dated for about a year. Why AI? Why is this weird? Like, was it the fact that she assumed you would be having sex or that she wasn't spontaneous? Ask, do you do anal? I overheard this at the next table at a steakhouse once. The couple was in their early 20s. Had the get to know you questions going back and forth. Near the end of the main course the guy drops that one. After a moment of silence the woman said what? No pretty emphatically, then disappeared to the bathroom for 20 minutes. Yeah, I have a strap on is the correct response to this. Turn up in a wedding dress. Not engaging with the other person, it can be nerves or being shy, but listen to them, engage with their conversation and don't make it all about you. I've never seen a turnip in a wedding dress. Especially if you're the groom. Implode into a black hole. You would instantly evaporate in a flash of Hawking radiation with the energy of several tsar bombas. That could be awkward. Get too drunk and throw up on yourself in my car and then ask me to come up to your apartment when I drop you off. No ma'am, I'm pushing your wheelchair to the elevator and you're on your own from there. Shard. Your ex. Not engaging in the conversation and looking distracted, looking at other people or your phone instead of your date. Getting too personal too quickly is a massive no-no. There's something unsettling about diving into deeply personal topics when you barely exchanged pleasantries. It's about finding a balance between being open and sharing too much, too soon. A date once started asking me about my deepest fears and family issues before we'd even ordered drinks. Talk about a mood killer. After everything she says, say you like that, baby. Even if she talks about her job. Make everything as sexual as possible. Oh, I'm sorry, I misread the question. I thought it was what is the best thing to do on a first date. Well, the worst thing to do is to not act as a sexual deviant. Once went on a date where the girl literally would not talk. Like, literally would mumble her answer anytime I asked a question, then would look around actively avoiding eye contact while fumbling with her hands. Dips breadstick in ice water and proceed to deep throw it. Muffled sounds, OOOIKAT, obby. Genocide. Ikra, like I hate when that happens. Came here for this. Not disappointed. It's just a coincidence. Probably kill her family. Full on fisting without asking first. Now this man knows what he likes. I took a girl home once and I had obvious used condoms in my trash bin by my bed. I'm pretty sure she noticed but didn't say anything. She went home not long later. Forgot those were in there. We've all been there. You live and learn. And then you forget to pass that lesson on to younger brothers and or cousins. While on the date, feel free to casually check out dating apps on your phone. Pick your nose. Don't. That happened to me once. Girl was checking out Tinder literally since the first second I picked her up. Ended up leaving her ass at the beach and driving home. That's just hurtful and disrespectful, man. Hello everyone. Thanks for sticking to the end of this video. I really appreciate it. I just wanted to humbly ask you to subscribe to the channel. According to my statistics, 100% of my viewers in the past 28 days are not subscribed. I have always wanted this channel to reach 1000 subscribers, and if you want to support and be a part of that, subscribe. It's free and it's an awesome way to support the channel. Thanks again, Reddit glitch out.